And welcome back as we continue our journey through the book of Acts. Today we're starting chapter 10, and this is such an important chapter right here where God will now include the gospel to be sent to the Gentiles. So we're going to read a portion of scripture, pull out a timeless truth. Let's dive in. Today we're going to be in verses 1 through 8. At Caesarea there was a man named Cornelius, a centurion of what was known as the Italian cohort. A devout man who feared God with all his household, gave alms generously to the people, and prayed continually to God. About the 9th hour of the day, he saw clearly in a vision an angel of God come in and say to him, "Cornelius." And he stared at him in terror and said, "What is it, Lord?" And he said to him, "Your prayers and your alms have ascended as a memorial before God. And now send men to Joppa, and bring one Simon who is called Peter. He is lodging with one Simon, a tanner, whose house is by the sea." When the angel who spoke to him had departed, he called 2 of his servants and a devout soldier from among those who attended him. And having related everything to them, he sent them to Joppa. Chapter 10 is a monumental chapter in the life of the early church, one that would change history forever, where you and I are actually impacted. You see, Peter is instructed by God to welcome people into the family of believers who were once considered outsiders and even enemies of God. In the case of the Roman centurion, an enemy of Israel itself, we see something remarkable. His prayers were not only heard, but welcomed into the very throne room of God. Though he had not yet placed his faith in Jesus, God had responded. This is huge. This wasn't a one-sided act of welcome. It was a divine invitation into something deeper, where seeking hearts are met by a speaking and pursuing God. But before Peter was ever sent out to proclaim the gospel to the outsiders, God first demonstrated the very heart and posture he would require from him. There are people today who feel stuck in their sin. There are some people today in your life that may feel uncertain about their faith, or even boldly claim that they have no faith at all. Yet God's radical welcome still reaches for them. His grace isn't reserved only for the people that are already convinced. It's extended to the undeserving, the searching, and even the resistant. As followers of Christ, our lives should echo the same heart. Are we living with open arms towards those we disagree with, those that we misunderstand, or even with those that we judge quietly? The same grace that reached us is ready to reach them, and often that grace is reached through us. So, church, I want to encourage you today that you would go before the Lord and that you would say, "God, who in my life do I think would be the last person to come to saving grace?" And that you would pray, not only that God would send people in their lives, that God already is pursuing them, but even say, "God, would you even use me to go and proclaim the gospel?" And in case some of you are like, "Well, I don't know if I want to be used. I don't know if I want to pray that." That's some good praying right there that you should bring to the Father and say, "God, why not? Do I feel inadequate? Do I have those barriers? Am I judging? Is my heart not aligned with yours?" Oh, have a great time with the Lord today, and be thankful for his radical grace that even reached you. God bless.